Hi all, on Let's Eat today we are going to review a product called falafels, and more importantly Yumi's falafels. Falafels are quite a nice product. They're made mainly out of chickpeas. Quite often, to my surprise, when I found out they are deep fried as well. Not something that I'd necessarily go for on a normal basis, but in this circumstance I do like them. Looking at the ingredients, as we can see, it's got chickpeas. That's the main component, just like the hummus that we have reviewed, and it's got a few other things in it of course as well to make it up. These bags are 225 grams. Normally at the supermarket they are priced at $6.50. On a catalogue special I was able to purchase them for $4.55, which I think is very reasonable. And they have a number of options in the range. I'll put them up on the screen for you to have a look at. Falafels can be used for a lot of different things. They can be used for snacks. You can put them in wraps or sandwiches, all sorts of different things. They can be a side dish to a meal. The Yumi's falafels I think are quite nice. I've had them before, but obviously we're showing them as if I hadn't because we're doing a review. I stick with normally the classic falafel, which we're trying today. You can also get sesame falafels and herb falafels in the Yumi range. So a few little options for you to try. We'll take one out in a second and we'll give it a bit of a review and see what we think. So you can see we've got the sealed package here. It's got a little option to tear it open, so that's what I'm going to do. You also might notice here on the packaging it's gluten free. So if you've got a gluten intolerance, well, this would be a decent product for you. Alright, so I've just ripped off the top packaging and we're going to take one out. This is what one looks like close up. I'll do a bit of a cross section. We'll have a look at it, then we'll do a taste test. Alright, here we are with the cross section of the falafel, and we'll take a close-up look at it. This is what it looks like inside. Now, just to start with, I'm going to take a bite of this one by itself, just to see what the texture is like, what it tastes like. Well, I like the flavour by itself. It is quite dry. Normally I would suggest eating it with some sort of dip or some sort of sauce to accompany it, just to make it a little bit more palatable. So what I've done is I've got some hummus which I'm going to have with it. You can see I put some hummus on a teaspoon and I plop that on the top. I'm going to have them together because I feel that when I eat falafels they are quite dry and I want something with it that's going to make it easier to take down. I mean, if I don't want to have a sauce or a dip or something of that nature, you can have a drink by your side. Let me try it with a bit of hummus. It's very nice. The two combinations, even though the majority of the falafel and the hummus is made with chickpea, they really taste nice together. There's garlic in the hummus and that adds a bit of flavour, and that texture makes it easier to consume when you have the two together. I would by all means have a sandwich with falafels and hummus together, maybe a few other things as well, but with a base of that it certainly wouldn't hurt. As an afternoon or morning, mid-morning snack, even if you want it for brekkie, a bit of hummus and the falafels will go quite well together. They fill the gap, fill you up, and it's not too many calories when it comes to eating them. Worthwhile trying. Definitely give it a go. And if you like these ones from the classic falafel, you might want to try some of the others in the variety. that they offer. What would I rate them? I'd say taste-wise, I'm going to give it a 5. I really like them. I think they're very nice. Even better when you combine it with a dip as well. Whether it be the hummus, which I think is the best one, or some tzatziki, or some other dip, they're certainly better suited towards having a dip or some sort of sauce with it. Cost-wise, well, look, I think at $6.50, I still think at least a 4.5 out of 5. I don't think it's that bad really for what you get. Obviously, if the price drops to $4.55, which I got them for, I'm going to have to give that a 5 out of 5. That's very reasonable. But, even at full price, I don't think it's that bad. But, in this day and age, with the cost of living, we're always trying to find ways to save a bit of money. And sometimes when these specials come along, they inspire you to try something different, which I think is not too bad. If you don't like it, you don't feel like you've been hit hard because the cost is too exorbitant. It's nice to trial different foods when they're on discount, just so that, if you do decide you don't like it and you have to turf it out and get rid of it, whatever, then at least it doesn't feel too bad. But I like these things, and I'll certainly be eating all of them down the track. All right. If I didn't say it before, what would my rating be out of 5 overall? I would say 5 out of 5. I highly recommend the Yumi's falafels, but certainly in addition to having a dip or sauce with it as well. Okay, that's the end of this episode. Please like and subscribe, share it out. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.